Hey there, everyone, this is Cal playing TUNIC. So, the evil file, it's right here. There's a lot of playtime on it. So, can you die in this thing? You do have a ton of health. You do have a coin that you cannot transfer over. You do have a handful, which is pretty funny. How did you end up in this state? So here's the silly thing. So, yeah, I was sort of like challenged not challenged into, dying and seeing where that leads me. The issue is that the person who told me about the fact that maybe I would want to die, this morning, for some reason, for no reasons that I could tell, they bothered to send me a DM warning me that bomb summoning spells can only be done once per file, thus telling me exactly what I had to do. Like, there's not a whole lot other options I can do here. Set yourself on fire and then let yourself die of fire. Yeah, I mean, I would have loved a chance to puzzle it out. Well, honestly, this is what I thought about doing regardless. So in reality, nothing was ruined, but it did just sort of confirm my suspicion, like, immediately. I'm guessing they wanted to warn me to make sure I don't waste the one bomb I'm allowed to get. So fair enough on that, but I mean, it's fine, I guess. I guess we're just not gonna be puzzling this out, though. I mean, like I said, that's what I figured I'd try. First, I just thought normal bomb, but yeah, you got way too much health for that. But a fire bomb, though, there you go. You're out of purgatory. Welcome to Shield. Welcome to a bridge. Right, I do not have the laurels. Alright. Right, this is like, this is what I got. I do have, what's the blue flame? Oh, that's just the torch. Shield. So, actually, this is probably smarter. In case there are enemies. I don't know. It's very quiet here. On this massive bridge over nothing. My favorite place to be at. So this is very similar to, like, the game. But, like, much simpler? So is this like a beta version of the overworld then? Man, where do you start to explore this kind of thing? Let's stick low. We came from below, so we're gonna stick low. It's very quiet. Very unpopulated. Everything has very rigid angles. And here's a coin! Oh, alright. Okay, how do I get back up? God damn it. I didn't expect to fall. I didn't expect anything. Alright, good start. Good start. Like, if I did that, that'll help me, right? It sure didn't. Okay, what if we quit and we load back in? In theory, you should load back into the world. Yeah, okay. I took a gamble there because there's a non-zero chance that it's set to just always reload you into nothing. In which case, if you do have one summon per save file, well, we can farm money this way, then yeah, then like, I'd be done. Probably auto-saved at some point, unless this just never auto-saves. Well, clearly it does, but clearly in my favor. Okay, so there are enemies. There's an extra sword over there, even. Oh, look at this. Just a little bit of ruin wandering around. Pretty good. You got a little ramp. So I guess I should be careful about just lunging myself at things. There's a little table. Always a good time at the table. There's fallen ruins everywhere in all the water, as you would expect. This is making me miss the atmospheric music of this game. Like this, like there is like so like the music isn't my style of music. Like I kind of always prefer something a bit more melodic, a little bit more lyrical. But this sure is making me notice the lack of it. Alright, stair to nowhere. Once upon a time, these stairs may have led somewhere. Whoa, mega slime. What the hell? Whoa, he just moved. He's gone. The mega slime was never meant to be. Am I trying to go into the water? Maybe a little bit. There's a house. Never did realize if there was anything to do with these. These fire pits here and there. Working! Working well. Big slime! Yeah, so we may not interact. We may not. It is illegal for us to acknowledge one another. You do not exist for real, Mega Slime. You are but a construct, an illusion, created by an hallucinating god. Well, here's some stairs, and here's a triangle found. And dots going on. That's fun. Oh, what you got written there? Let's see. I can translate. They... Oh, and here it gets all crunkled up. I don't know. It's kind of weirdly hard to read. I'm not going to try more than that, but there are dots. Okay, well, it's a lot easier to see from here. Yeah, like, first is T, then it's R and I, T, Ri, then it's to Ri, They? Yeah. Maybe? No. Triumph, I think. Triumvirate? Like, that's a word, I'm pretty sure. That's what it looks like. Ugh, but that's blurry up there and I don't want to translate it. Triumvirate would make sense because that's all like, it's trees. Like, it's threes, rather. Like, it's triplets. And there's like this whole like triangle thing going on here. So a triumvirate here wouldn't make sense. Nothing much to do with that, though. Alright, so that's up here. I don't know if there's really, like, anything to actually do here. It's very likely that no. This is just a little... I mean, this is basically an extended Easter egg. Just a little something they left in for people who are told to try something. There's some, like, it looks even more like we are inside a... Whoa, wolf! You're not programmed to do anything. Like, this looks like a little cardboard diorama, even more so than the real game. Like, this is all happening inside a shoebox. Yeah, you just touch it and it freaks out, and then when it freaks out in the corner, I freak out. We freak out together! Finally. A proto-moblin. Oh, goodbye! Slide away. There's another well, too. Moblins are sliding. What you gonna do about that? Nothing, probably. Because why would I do something about that? That is not my problem. There's an opening there, but that's okay. Gonna go the other side where there's a wall that's made of fries and big old columns making something special. Maybe. Then we're just gonna run down these cliffs. End up at the docks and... Oh, look at that! A bush mimic. That's fun. It's kind of similar to the slimes. I guess I never realized those slimes were meant to be bush. I mean, that's more like a lever, because it pops out of nothing. Okay, here we got a digital bridge. Alright, that's pretty good. In contrast to the regular bridge over there. You know, we got a bridge there. Well, that bridge... still on the internet, but we can still use it. It's flashing aggressively. Oh, look at this. This super high hill here. Dynamic lighting leading to this cliffside, and welcome to the edge of the world. I did it. At the very start, the map split in a different way, so I'm just gonna return all the way there real quick. Don't mind me. I feel like I prefer the dodge roll over the zoomies when like actually fighting, when engaging in combat. So having the ability to split between the two, like to like toggle or something, would probably have been good. Because I mean, clearly you need the zoomies to like actually go places, and like that's fine. That's normal. There's another bridge and waterfall. And there's like clearly a path behind, but maybe we'd have to find that path like inside inside a house or something. Maybe. Is that like a window? Is that just like an opening? Well, that rock is just floating there. That's pretty good. Oh, can't do much here. Kind of at the end of this line. Alright, 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 alright. Here, what if we don't go here, and we go here, and we bully some slimes? Yeah, okay, so we're rejoining with the start here, but what if we're going in this direction from the start, huh? What do you have to say about that? I'm gonna go in between these because that's what the game trained me to do, and it's working. That's how we get here, and here's a cave entrance that's not gonna lead anywhere. Yep. But yeah, this is actually a completely different map. Like, it's a completely different game. With, like, you know, the same, like, DNA, naturally. But it's for, I don't know, like a game that I feel like might have been closer to Zelda 1 even more than the actual game ended up being. Like, just in terms of, like, what's organized. Gelatinous Cube is here to be friends. He has 6 sizes and points on ends. Try to slice him, nothing happens, but he touches you and nothing happens. There's just nothing happening. I'm just gonna bully you and get your money. That's mean. Rock formations, they're pretty good. I'm relieving you from your hell of existing in nothing. I am the hero. Because I said so. So those stairs down there lead to just those critter and nothing else, it looks like. If you want to look around. Wow, you shot like all the shots. All the shots, Rhubarb King. Okay, it also just meets back here. We're doing it. Alright, sounds good. So there is an upper, but there's also a here. Just a big old empty road that does nothing and goes nowhere. I don't know, we can keep going up here too, where all the fun is happening. See, we can go behind this massive landmass. Alright. Finally, living the dream. Living the dream of running up a big surface. Truly, what every fox aspires to. Just ask your local fox. Just, have you ever dreamt about running? Look at that, there's like water wrinkles, but it's clear and not on water. That's a really fun effect. That's accidental. You got like a Robot Knight. And that one's actually programmed to fight and viciously explode on death. That's pretty rad. But they were never finished. And I think this is where my exploration of this abstract, incomplete world ends. Yeah, no real climax, no end point. Like I said, this is like just this big thing. Like feels like the skeleton of the map that then got completely eradicated because the real map that you really play the game in looks completely different. But it's how it started. It's like I said, when I feel like at some point the game was more Zelda 1-y, even more, where it was like one big, like, continuous overworld. But I feel like at some point it decided to really dense it down to like really the strict minimum required. Maybe when they decided that they wanted to make more of a puzzle game, because one of the strengths of the game is the fact that the world is so condensed. So going from place to place, hunting down puzzles, like, is never a chore, because you're almost always exactly where you want to be once you want to be somewhere. And having a big sprawling world would get in the way of that. This was neat. This was a neat little last thing to look at. Not a whole lot going on, but, I mean, it was never meant to be a whole lot going on. This is an Easter egg for people who think, hey, what if I just die in the evil file? And you end up here. You're back home, Gray Fox. You're back home to nothingness. This is, at most, a lateral change. Good for you. Coming up next, after hopping on a Sylvie, we're going to stick to indie, but we're going to go from a beloved indie that a lot of people have played to an indie game. And, like, the amount of people who are aware of its existence are probably kind of low.